today have witnessed the arrival of the future, soon-to-be Second Lady of the Philippines, the wife of Vice President-elect Joseph Ejercito Estrada and her family. We now turn you over to our feature on the past presidents of the Philippines.
Musmus pa ang kaisipang demokrasya sa bansa nang itinatag ang Republika noong 1946. Sa kauna-unahang eleksyon sa ilalim ng isang malayang Pilipinas ay nahalal si Manuel Rojas. Subalit, hindi pinalad si Rojas na tapusin ang kanyang panunungkulan. Siya'y inatake sa puso habang bumibisita sa Clark Air Base. Sa ilalim ni Quirino, sumiklab ang rebelyong Hook, bunga ng matagal nang hinaing ng mga magbubukid para sa lupa. Tanging ang popular na liderato ni Pangulong Ramon Magsaysay ang nakalutas sa rebelyon. Subalit, sinabing palad ang bansa nang madisgrasya ang eroplanong sinasakyan ni Magsaysay. Pumalit si Vice Presidente Carlos Garcia. Hanggang sa panunungkulan ni Diosdado Macapagal, isang anak mahirap na naging Pangulo. Noong 1965, nanumpa si Pangulong Ferdinand Marcos. Hindi nagtagal ay kumupas din ang bituin ng mag-asawang Marcos, bunga ng mga katiwalian at karangyaang kanilang tinamasa sa kabila ng paghihirap sa kapaligiran. Hindi sa balota winakasan ng taong bayan ang mahabang panahon ng diktadurya. Nagkabit-bisig ang mahirap at mayaman, militar at sibilyan, sa ilang araw ng Pebrero para lamang iluklok ang tunay na halal ng taong bayan, si Corazon Aquino. Sa pagsumpa ni Pangulong Fidel Ramos, masasabing natiyak na ang maayos sa pagsasalin ng kapangyarihan, isang katangian ng demokrasya na minsan nang nawala, subalit tila ngayon ay nanumbalik na ang sigla. Para sa broadcast pool, Ted Filon, nag-uulat.
Okay, Cheche, this is a really exciting day. I mean, this is not a very familiar exercise, at least for the younger elements of society now, because we haven't had this kind of inauguration for some time.
Right?
Yes.
And several young people here have commented that this is their first inaugural and they're quite excited about it.
Inaugurals really take a very precise path. They always have very strict procedures. But today, the interesting aspect of this activity today is that we will be breaking protocol in
Yes.
various
In many ways,
in
no?
many important ways. No. For example, even in the past, since this Luneta Grandstand was established as the place where we have inaugurals, it was typical for the outgoing president to escort the president-elect here to the grandstand and then to leave. But today, we're going to change this somewhat, and President Aquino will be at the ceremonies throughout the inaugural.
To see that President Ramos is peacefully the 12th president. Dong, there's a historical note here that's quite interesting. It was President Quirino who was first inaugurated here, and that's why the grandstand was named after him.
Yes.
And in one of the readings, it shows that President Quirino wanted to be inaugurated here because he wanted Jose Rizal,
Right.
his monument across the street, to be his witness. And he also set the time, which was December 30th at 12 noon. And these were traditions that have already been followed through the years.
There have been a couple of times when Quirino Grandstand hasn't been utilized for the inauguration, but those have been few and far between. Particularly, for example, when a president would die in office, then the succeeding vice president would take his oath precisely at the time, perhaps as the moment and the circumstances made possible. No,
I think Quirino was one of
that was one. Yes.
and then also Laurel, I believe.
Well, then of course, 1986 featured a rather interesting situation because then we had two inaugurations.
That's right, at the same time.
Yes, at the same time. One in Malacanang Palace and the other one at Club Filipino.
Okay.
And it is really symbolic, no? And the good thing about this particular function today is that at least we have not only a peaceful transition of power, but a time when all the arrangements are being made for the turnover of governmental authority. When you have this overlapping, as it were, almost, of functions to make sure that things are done in a very orderly fashion. It may seem to some like a very simple thing, but it
Yes.
really isn't in
It
the
is
history.
complicated.
Right.
They had this protocol list of things to do, and there were very precise instructions about where the president-elect should stand vis-a-vis Mrs. Aquino. Today, in the passing review, what's going to happen is that Mrs. Aquino has broken precedent and protocol by allowing President-elect Ramos to stay on her right. Usually, the place of honor is to the right.
Right.
And she has allowed President Ramos to stay to her right and transferred that honor to him.
I think we can say that today is also unique in the sense that we are giving honors not only to the incoming president, which is really traditional in inaugurations, no? But also the outgoing president.
Yes,
I
that's
think this
right.
is something that stands out in the activities today.
You know, I heard a story about President Aquino yesterday, her last day in office. And she was said to have gone all the way to Arlegui, back to her house. She did not sleep in Arlegui anymore last night. And what she did was to check that Arlegui was nice and spick and span for the incoming first family to occupy. I think that's a wonderful gesture on the part of the outgoing president.
We'll be coming back with some notes on the unique aspects of today's function, but at the moment, let's turn over to Chichi Fajardo at Malacanang for an update.
Dong at Cheche, dudugtungan ko yung inyong pinag-uusapan tungkol sa mga tradisyon. Alam po ninyo, matagal-tagal na rin mula nang naging saksi tayo sa isang formal na turnover ceremony at inaugural. Noong 1965 pa ho ang huling pagsasali ng tungkulin. Kaya't marami ang hindi nakakaalam na tradisyon na po ang pagsundo ng incoming president sa outgoing president dito sa Malacanang. Dumating po ng mga alas 10:15 ang ating President-elect Fidel V. Ramos at mga 15 minuto na po silang nagpupulong ng one-on-one sa pangalawang palapag ng main building dito sa Malacanang Palace. Habang inaantabayanan po ang pagbaba ng ating incoming at outgoing presidents, tunghayan po muna natin ang isang ulat tungkol sa pagsasalin din ng tungkulin ng Presidential Security Command mula kay Colonel Voltaire Gazmin patungo kay Colonel Ismael Villarreal. Ito po ay ulat na inihanda para sa atin ni Shelo Villaluna. Narito po't panoorin natin.
The Presidential Security Group has been a most potent force in the Aquino presidency. For the last 6 years, it remained true to its mission to protect the President of the Republic of the Philippines. Thus, President Corazon Aquino accorded the PSG a most distinct honor. Her attendance at the PSG turnover of command ceremonies yesterday afternoon was to be her last official function as President of the Republic. Mrs. Aquino witnessed the formal turnover of command by outgoing Group Commander Colonel Gazmin to the incoming Group Commander Colonel Ismael Villarreal. Colonel Villarreal, a graduate of the Philippine Military Academy, Class 1964, was named by President-elect Fidel V. Ramos to head his security group. The President also presented to Colonel Gazmin an Outstanding Achievement Award in recognition of his services to her administration and most especially to her family. A high point in the ceremonies was President Aquino's farewell to the PSG. In her speech, Mrs. Aquino paid tribute to the PSG, citing their loyalty as a key factor in the stability of the presidency.
Colonel Gazmin, let me thank you. Let me thank Rodi, Dax, and